Podcast Nation. It's a not sunny, Sunday morning. It's the day after a monumental injury time win by the Bluebirds. So just a quick reaction really to that. Why not? Sitting here drinking my morning cup of tea outside, having a little sneaky smoke. My Ace Podcast Nation mug, available at the stores for the time being, but that will be changing soon. So yeah, just before we get into the game, obviously have a look at some things coming up this week. We've got the Cardiff City fan show live from the Rummer Tavern on Wednesday evening, so please do come down, have a drink, watch the Champions League games, feature on the show, have your say on Cardiff. We'll be talking the Preston game, talking West Brom on Tuesday. We have two special guests joining us online. One is the guest for the 15th. That's a big one to finish the year. Some people have kind of put two and two together and guessed, but that's okay. We'll lean into it a little bit between now and then. And Darren Purse will be joining us towards the end of the show as well to talk about Friday evening, our second Cardiff City Legend events. I believe there's still a few tickets left, but not many, so you can get them links in the description for that. Get involved, join us, get involved, and ask Darren some questions. They're really intimate nights where you in a private bar, listen to some stories, ask your questions, have some photos, have a chat with these players. It's a wicked experience for Cardiff City fans, so I encourage you to join us and get involved. And I think tickets are like £5 for this one, so join us, get involved. I look rough this morning, drinking my tea under my umbrella, sheltering me from the wind and the cold. But look, in terms of yesterday, it's what it's all about, isn't it? It's what it's all about. You've got last minute football matches, last minute wins are just this incredible thing, and it just changes the whole outlook. So going into injury time, City were 12th in the Championship. Coming out of injury time, they're up to 5th or 6th, level on points with Preston. All the results went our way, except I think the West Brom result, which is massive. For Cardiff, this could be a season-defining result and performance. You take so much from these types of last-minute victories. In terms of the game, I thought it was really interesting because I thought Cardiff created more before the sending off. I thought we were a little bit lucky not to be down to 10 men. I thought Jamal Collins was a lucky boy, just silly. But such as life. Bobby Madley gives Cardiff nothing. He sent Robbie Brady off, but he didn't have much choice because he was already on a booking, and just a cynical professional foul or whatever. But Carlin Grant should have had a penalty in the first half. I thought another good performance by him. I was really pleased for him, Carlin Grant, to get his goal. Deserved it. He looked, I thought, probably the most threatening, him and Robinson. But overall, I thought it was another very good away performance from Cardiff. And going into that injury time, it just felt like another good away performance where we weren't quite going to get over the line or get the result. You look at the Leicester game, the Leeds game, really good away performances, didn't quite get the result which we deserved. I thought they were excellent. I do not know, like Matt's just mentioned in the comments, I do not know why Errol has changed the keeper. And I thought I don't know what on earth Runnisson's doing for the goal. He's come so far outside of his near post that it's almost an open goal, which is worrying. But he just lost his bearings for a second. I don't know why Alnwick's not playing. In my opinion, he should be. I think he's a better keeper. Runnison, I think, marginally looks more comfortable on the ball with his feet, but Alnwick is not by any means a keeper who struggles with the ball at his feet, so I don't think that's too much of an issue. To me, Alnwick should be number one. So unless there's an issue there with an injury or an illness or something, I'd like to see him back in on Tuesday against West Brom. West Brom's going to be a difficult game. We're going to do a preview to that tomorrow night, so please join us for that. But in terms of performances, I thought Jamali Collins was excellent again. And I really think, look, I think he goes away to the African Cup of Nations. Got to get a left back, I think, or certainly a defender who can play left back. So he's banned from the West Brom game for his 5th yellow card. I would assume that PNE will switch over to the left, and then Romeo will go to the right-hand side. But there's also an option where he might go 3 at the back and go with 3 centre-backs and NG on one side and maybe Grant or Bowler as the other wing-back. So there's a few options, but I think defensively we do probably need one more. Who else was very good? I thought McGuinness had a good game. Unfortunately, he's made the mistake for the goal. But when you do play out for the back, from the back, this is always a risk. And like I said, then the keeper's out of position, and he's done this weird thing where he's gotten so far outside his near post, it's like an open goal. But yeah, I'm not sure. I saw that the manager said that it was just giving Runnison some time. Maybe there's a bit of pressure on him from Runnison's club, because they want him to play, obviously. But I don't know. It's a weird one, because I thought he was at fault for the goal. Obviously, McGuinness has made a mistake, but I thought McGuinness and Gutas were very good again. I thought Perry NG, he's so good creatively going forward, but also defensively. Very, very good. I thought Rawls had a pretty good game. Siopis read his socks off. I thought Robinson was very good again. And I've been calling out for Colwell to get a chance in that number 10 from the start and some of the home games. But Robinson's been very, very good the last, where he's had a run of games. I think he's been very good. And he looked a real spark, creating everything. We need a centre forward. But I was delighted for not just Carlin Grant, who I mentioned earlier, but also I was delighted for Ugbo, because he does try hard and he does work hard, and he probably, from me and other people, gets a bit of criticism and is kind of down the bottom of the list of strikers. It was a good header, good finish under pressure in terms of the game situation. But it's a great result. Like, to go into injury time 1-0 down, you're just thinking, get one. But I find it's funny. So in my preview, I said Cardiff 2-1. In the preview, I said Cardiff 2-1. But then also, about 20 minutes to go, I had messaged Reese and said, Aidan, I'm doing something, love. Mate, I'm live on the internet. Jesus, mate. Come on now. My 14-year-old never wants to talk to me, except for when I'm chatting live shows, which is really interesting. Such an attitude, man. Such an attitude. Anyway, yeah, it's like, I think Ugbo took a chance. We got a chance, took a chance, and that's all you can do is when you get the opportunities, you take them. I thought Colwell was pretty decent when he came on again, tidy with the ball, worked hard, took up some quite intelligent positions. But Carlin Grant, for me, was the man of the match. Perry NG was up there, Siopis, a couple of others, but I've really, Carlin Grant, the amount he creates with his movement and creates space for others, the work rate of him supporting and protecting Collins, and it's a scrappy goal, but it was such an important goal, and you're thinking, there we go, got a point. That even a point would have lifted spirits and everyone would have been happy and oh yeah, I got a point from the last minute goal. But to go and get the winner as well was beautiful to see. All the results went our way. Like I said, if we can get something versus West Brom on Tuesday, we are cooking, because of the way the results went this week or yesterday. The West Brom game suddenly becomes quite an interesting one if we can get a result. But it'll be interesting how it develops. So what I would like to say is tomorrow night we'll do a live preview of the West Brom game. So please join us. Be half hour or so live video. We'll just chat, go through the West Brom side, usual thing. We'll look at the tactics, look at how West Brom play, players to watch. Same with Cardiff, predictions, a couple of live questions. We'll do that tomorrow night, Monday, and then Wednesday we'll have the Cardiff City fan show featuring not one but two ex-players. Big announcement as well. coming up for the final City Legends event of the season, which is on the 15th of December. It's going to be a beautiful night. It's going to be a special way for me personally, for the channel, for the pub. We're going to finish 2023 in style, and all I can say as a Cardiff fan is if you're not going to these events at the price they are, you are missing out. Honestly, the first one with Andy Campbell was incredible. Beautiful, beautiful night from every aspect. The one next Friday is going to be absolute superb, and then the one on the 15th is going to be a blockbuster. And I just think, like, that game yesterday can really cement where Cardiff go this season, because Preston are a very good side. They also were in a bit of form. They've been one of the better teams this season. They defended really well, especially after Robbie Brady got sent off. So for Cardiff to just dig something out and get not just get a point but get a win, I think is superb. And if we can have a good run now coming into Christmas and that busy period, I really think that we could be cooking in terms of playoffs and stuff like that. And look, there's a long way to go. So not just Cardiff, but other teams. If you put together like a run of like 15, 20 games now where you don't lose many, you'd be right up there. And Cardiff are cooking. We need to get Ramsey fit and then get through that busy period in Christmas. And then it's what they do in January. Like, how far do they push it? Do they push the boat out? Do they try and test the waters with, a couple of million for Jordan James, or, Kiefer Moore, Nico Williams on loan? Like, imagine now, right, for the West Brom game, Collins is out. Imagine we had a Nico Williams in our squad, and you could have NG on one side, Nico Williams on the other side. Or, like, you could put Jordan James in there alongside Siopis, or Kiefer Moore up front. I just think Cardiff will take so much confidence from last night. But ultimately, the way I tried to look at it, I try not to get too high, too low, but the away form for Cardiff City this season has been outstanding. I've been so impressed about how he's gone about his business tactically and how he's gone about his business away from home. We could have, maybe should have pinched at least a draw from Leicester, should have beaten Leeds, did a job on Sunderland and a couple of other teams. He seems to have really nailed it down at home, away. Keep it tight, and then go. Obviously, it's a disappointing goal last night, but I just don't know what the keeper was doing, to be honest. But obviously McGuinness as well. But ultimately, Cardiff seem to have really hit their stride. They know what they're doing tactically. They know their shape in and out of possession, and it's meaning that teams are finding it very hard to break us down, even though they're the home teams and the onus is on them. I would like to see us become a little bit more attacking at home, make our press a bit more intense, and I would like to maybe see, while Ramsey's out, I wouldn't be against seeing Robinson pushed up into the number 9 at home and Colwell in at number 10, and really try and become a bit more attacking, particularly early on in games, in those home games, to get some results and go and show what we can do. Because I think this season now is in really nicely balanced for Cardiff. We could have a season where we finish 7th or 8th, and that's fine. That'd be a really good season considering the last few years. A great starting place and building block for the new manager. But we could also kick on, like the building blocks, the foundation is there. Depending on what we do in January, depending on when Ramsey's back and fit and firing, Cardiff are capable of kicking on, because defensively we're really solid. Like the back 5, Siopis, Wintle, Rawls is outstanding. If, it's a big if, unlikely if, you could add Jordan James to that as a foursome where you're picking 2 at the 4, be outstanding. If you could add a defender who can play centrally and fullback, great. Maybe Panzo gets a chance at the weekend, on Tuesday, and he can show what he can do. I thought he did all right actually when he came on as well. So Cardiff are finely balanced, but ultimately, so far so good for the manager. these last minute wins are special. They're special moments. So I'm hoping they'll put, either Preston or Cardiff will put out real extended highlights of yesterday's game so we can rewatch it. Please join us tomorrow for the West Brom preview. Sorry, I'm not on StreamYard. I'm on YouTube Live, which is new, so everything's a bit weird. But I can see some of the comments. Good morning to you all. It's been a pleasure. Only a quick one today. Just got my dressing gown on. My tea's going cold. Having a little cheeky smoke while I prepare for the day. Lots going on. My teenage boy is not very well, so gonna go sort that out. Hopefully see you all tomorrow live on YouTube. In the meantime, check out the video we dropped the other day, 5 players Cardiff City should look at. And if you haven't got your tickets for next week's live event with Darren Purse, get them in. Yeah, Roy, I'm off to church now, my friend. Not looking like this though. Gonna get my suit and tie on. Gonna go to the church, and I'm gonna pray for Kiefer Moore, Jordan James, and Nico Williams in the window. There we have it, guys. It's been a pleasure. Have a great Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow night, and I'll hopefully see you all in person next Friday for an evening with Darren Purse. Take care. God bless.